When people talk about Pokemon that would probably be illegal to own in real life, you usually hear the same names come up: Drifloon and Hypno. And honestly, that makes sense. These Pokemon are infamous for kidnapping children and dragging them away. But if you actually look closer, the situation isn't as black and white as it seems. Take Hypno for example. At first glance, Hypno looks irredeemable. It kidnaps people and feeds on their dreams. End of story, right? But its Pokédex entries tell a more complicated story. Hypno's Sun entry states, while it is an extremely dangerous Pokemon, people who are in need of a good sound sleep call it their savior. Its Ultra Sun entry mentions that in Alola, it rarely harms people, and Ultra Moon goes even further, saying some Hypno assist doctors in hospitals with patients who can't sleep. Hypno's power is dangerous, yes, but it can also be used responsibly, especially under professional supervision. So, that raises a question. What Pokemon would actually be illegal to own, no matter how well trained they are? Pokemon that simply cannot fit into society under any circumstances. That's what we're talking about today. For each region, I'm picking the single Pokemon that would most realistically be banned in real life, excluding of course legendaries, mythicals, starters, and pseudo Pokemon. With that said, let's begin. Number 1. Muk. Muk is a fan favorite Pokemon. Its win against Bellsprout during the Orange Islands tournament is engraved into Pokemon history. But realistically, owning a Muk would be rather difficult, nigh impossible. Its Crystal Pokédex entry reads, as it moves, a very strong poison leaks from it, making the ground there barren for 3 years. That's not just dangerous, that's an environmental hazard. And this connects directly to Muk's Ultra Moon entry, which states that the species has quote-unquote long been targeted for extermination. A Pokemon that permanently destroys land just by existing would never be allowed in modern society. Number 2. Houndoom. Now this one might surprise some people, but hear me out. Multiple Pokédex entries, including Gold, Platinum, and Scarlet, state that when Houndoom burns someone, the pain never goes away. Never. Forever is a long time. Any injury that causes permanent, inescapable suffering would be considered cruel beyond reason. Houndoom wouldn't just be dangerous, it would be classified as a war crime. Number 3. Camerupt. This one is pretty self-explanatory. Camerupt is literally known as the eruption Pokemon. Its Ruby entry says, Camerupt has a volcano inside its body. Magma of 18,000 degrees Fahrenheit courses through it. Occasionally, the humps on its back erupt. Every Camerupt entry from every generation tells the same story, that if Camerupt is angered, or even within a certain period of time, Camerupt erupts. Owning a Pokemon that can erupt at any moment isn't just risky, it's a constant threat to people, buildings, and entire cities. Imagine living with something that could explode without warning. That's a hell of a lot of anxiety to deal with. Other people brag about celebrities on speed dial while you'll have the fire department. Number 4. Spiritomb. Spiritomb is composed of 108 evil spirits, all sealed together for their misdeeds. And honestly, I can think of one spirit that I wouldn't want back. Beyond the danger of the spirits themselves, there's also a serious ethical issue. If you own Spiritomb, you also own the 108 spirits inside it. That crosses into morally and legally uncharted territory, and not in a good way. And owning spirits itself is a bad idea. Several movies have talked about it. Number 5. Zoroark. Zoroark isn't just capable of disguising itself, it can create massive illusions that affect hundreds of people at once. At that point, it's not just deception, it's reality manipulation. In the wrong hands, Zoroark could fabricate crimes, disasters, or entire events. A Pokemon like that would collapse trust in society itself real soon, and so for our pick of Unova, it is the perfect Pokemon that would be illegal to own in real life. Number 6. Malamar. Malamar's Omega Ruby entry says, it wields the most compelling hypnotic powers of any Pokemon and forces others to do whatever it wants. That sentence alone is enough. Total mind control removes consent entirely. Whether it's robbery, manipulation, or controlling political leaders, the implications are horrifying. There's no realistic scenario where civilians or any individual would ever be allowed to own this Pokemon. Number 7. Beware. Beware is dangerous, but kind of in a tragic way. Its moon entry states, "This Pokemon has the habit of hugging its companions. Many trainers have left this world after their spines were squashed." Beware doesn't mean harm, it kills the people it loves by accident. Its habitat is considered off-limits to humans, and that alone says everything. Beware would be illegal not because it has malicious intent, but because owning one could be a risk to you, your friends, family, and even your other Pokemon. No matter how kind it is, Beware is simply too dangerous to coexist with realistic society. Number 8. Hatterene. Hatterene's violet entry warns, "Beware of forests that show no signs of living creatures within. You may have wandered into Hatterene's territory." Hatterene lives in isolation not because of a tragic way, but because it exterminates everything nearby. It also attacks anyone who's too loud or anyone experiencing strong emotions. Imagine you just had a breakup and are crying your eyes out, and then the Sorting Hat from Harry Potter just starts attacking you. A Pokemon that punishes human emotion itself simply cannot exist in modern society. Number 9. For the Paldea region, we had a tie between two equally dangerous Pokemon that would definitely be illegal to own. Number 1. Palafin. Hero form, to be exact. Palafin is said to be able to lift a cruise ship with a single fin. That level of power shouldn't be entrusted to any individual. It's a massive security risk hiding behind an innocent appearance. And number 2 is Annihilate. This Pokemon was so angry, it literally died. Its Pokédex states that opponents struck by its rage-infused fists are shattered to their core. A being fueled entirely by uncontrollable rage has no place in civilization. And that's my list of Pokemon that would realistically be illegal to own in real life. What do you think? Did I miss any Pokemon that should absolutely be banned? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. It's free and it helps me out a ton. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.